Samsung is calling the Galaxy Watch Ultra 2 the toughest, most enduring wearable they've ever engineered. We're talking an 800 milliamp hours powerhouse battery, a titanium chassis, and a display that hits a blinding 5,000 nits under direct sunlight. But after 2 weeks of deep dive testing, tracking split times, heart rate variance, and mapping accuracy on the trails, is it actually the real deal, or just an incremental refresh hiding behind a massive spec sheet? What's up, everyone? So this is the Galaxy Watch Ultra 2. It lands at roughly $700, runs the brand new Wear OS 7, and it is taking a direct swing at Garmin's core endurance crowd and the Apple Watch Ultra ecosystem. I'll put this through the ringer: track intervals, sleep staging, cold weather hikes, and standard day-to-day battery drain. Let's look at the data and see if it actually earns that Ultra moniker. Let's talk hardware. Structurally, we're looking at a 47mm grade 5 titanium cushion case weighing in at 60.5 grams. While it matches the footprint of the original Ultra, Samsung managed to shave down the thickness by about 15%, so it sits noticeably flatter on the wrist and doesn't catch on jacket sleeves quite as easily. Up front is where things get wild. A 1.5-inch Super AMOLED panel protected by sapphire crystal. It now peaks at an incredible 5,000 nits. In midday desert sun, the contrast is absolutely flawless. It makes standard 2,000 nit displays look dull. For controls, you get the orange quick action button, though I'm still bummed Samsung didn't bring back a physical, mechanically rotating bezel here. You're still relying on a haptic touch edge. Durability holds the line with MIL, STD, 810H certification, and a true 10 atmosphere water resistance rating. The new Trail and Ocean bands are also a massive step up. They dry faster and use a redesigned, more secure lug lock that won't budge during high-impact sports. Now, let's get into the real headline of this review: battery longevity. Historically, battery life has been the Achilles heel of proper Wear OS watches. But Samsung went big here, stuffing an 800 milliamp hours cell inside this chassis. Samsung rates it for up to 100 hours in power-save GPS mode. In my real-world tracking test, with always-on display enabled, continuous heart rate monitoring on, sleep tracking active, and roughly an hour of dual-band GPS usage per day, I consistently cleared 4 full days of use. That is a massive paradigm shift for a full-featured smartwatch. They've also integrated a subtle solar charging ring around the display perimeter. It's not going to indefinitely power the watch like a Garmin Instinct, but an afternoon out in peak sunlight clawed back about 5% of juice, which is a great safety net. Charging from 0 to 50% takes just about 30 minutes via the updated magnetic puck. From a data perspective, the new Bioactive Sensor 2.0 array handles heart rate, ECG, and body impedance analysis. The big win for athletes is the upgraded dual-band L1 plus L5 GPS system. I ran this side-by-side with a Garmin under heavy tree canopy and skyscrapers. The Ultra 2's tracking accuracy is improved by roughly 30% over the previous model, entirely eliminating those annoying floating path errors where older watches thought you were running through a building. On the software side, Galaxy AI calculates a daily energy score based on your sleep latency, skin temperature, and previous day's training load. It's highly intuitive, similar to Garmin's body battery. You also get full breadcrumb navigation for backcountry trails and a dedicated multi-sport triathlon mode. The sleep tracking metrics are incredibly deep, featuring FDA-cleared sleep apnea detection. While the optical heart rate sensor is remarkably fast during steady-state cardio, it still lags slightly behind Garmin's native tracking algorithms during sudden, explosive hit intervals. Under the hood, Samsung made a massive architectural shift. They completely dropped their in-house Exynos silicone for this flagship and swapped in Qualcomm's 3nm Snapdragon Wear Elite platform, paired with 2 GB of RAM and a spacious 64 GB of onboard storage. But look, it's not all perfect. Let's talk about the pain points. First is the price. At roughly $700, this is a premium investment. Second is the physical footprint. Even with a thinner chassis, A 47mm square circle hybrid casing is massive. If you have smaller or slender wrists, this thing is going to look and feel like a diving instrument. So, is the Galaxy Watch Ultra 2 the real deal? If you're currently rocking the original Galaxy Watch Ultra, you can safely skip this generation. The day-to-day lifestyle features are just too similar. But if you're upgrading from an older Watch 5 or Watch 6, or if you've been waiting for an Android wearable that can genuinely survive a multi-day backcountry weekend without dying on day 2, this is easily the best premium Android smartwatch on the market. The combination of a Snapdragon Wear Elite chip, that massive 800 mAh tank, and a gorgeous 5000 nit panel finally makes it feel like a true, uncompromising Ultra device. Those are my thoughts after 2 weeks, but I want to hear from you. Would you spend $700 on this powerhouse, or are you sticking with a dedicated fitness watch like Garmin? Drop a comment down below, and let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button if you want more deeply technical, data-driven wearable reviews. Up next, we're doing a brutal 3-way showdown. The Galaxy Watch Ultra 2 versus the Apple Watch